starting my day with my Nutrisystem protein and probiotic shake. Next up will be my breakfast. And here's my breakfast for this morning, which is, for most of you, probably quite boring. I happen to really, if you've been watching me a while, you'll know I enjoy my pure protein bars. I'm not a fan of the shake mix, but I do enjoy all of their bars. This is the lemon cake. I can smell the lemon in the air from where I'm standing behind the camera. It's just lovely. It says new flavor on the box. I don't know if they mean new flavoring, because this flavor is not new. I've been eating these for a number of years already. I'll tell you the nutritional facts. It has 190 calories, 7 grams of fat, 4 grams of saturated fat, and we have 18 carbs, 4 dietary fibers, and 20 grams of protein. So I don't call these flex, any of the bars that I have. I just don't do that. Why I don't know. It doesn't matter, I guess, what you call it, right? Anyway, so yes, and what am I having for a vegetable? Not together, obviously, separately, but I'll have this later on. I'm having my cup of the V8 juice warmed up. I will warm it up. It's the low sodium, and it counts as 2 vegetables. Yeah, so that'll do it for breakfast. Next up will be lunch. Here we have my lunch for today and an afternoon snack. I'll start with lunch. I'm going to be going out, so I'm taking this portable lunch with me, and I won't be able to video where I'm going, so I'm showing it to you now. This is the mushroom Parmesan soup with chicken. This is a shelf-stable food by Nutrisystem. It has 210 calories, 12 grams of fat. We have 7 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, and 18 grams of protein. So that's my 1 smart carb and my 1 power fuel for lunch. I'm taking a cup of these baby carrots with me, and that's going to be 1 vegetable. And then I'm going to have for my afternoon snack the Chobani Zero Sugar Milk and Cookies flavor. It does have 60 calories. I can live with that. It's not a full power fuel, but I'm good. Not encouraging anybody else to do that. These are really good. They don't have exactly as much flavor as I'd like, but it works for a quick snack that's portable. Naturally, you have to refrigerate it, but you put it on ice in your cooler bag and you're good to go. So it has 5 grams of carbs, and it has 11 grams of protein and 0 fat. So in case you're interested, Sam's Club does carry these in the flat. I'm not sure what the flavors are, but they are a multi-flavored pack. Much cheaper than what I paid at Adam's. I just didn't want all of those in case I won't eat them all before they go bad. And I'm also going to have this small apple. So that's my smart carb for the afternoon snack. And I will be back with dinner. For my dinner tonight, I decided to do lunch for dinner. And how did I do that? Well, this is the first time I'm having this fried garlic chicken flavored ramen. And it's 200 calories. It has, oh goodness, 5 grams of fat, 1 saturated fat, 20, sorry about that. What is that? For goodness sake. 29 carbs, 3 fibers, and 10 protein. So for a lunch item, it would be 1 power fuel, for me anyway, 1 power fuel and 1 smart carb. Now, if I wanted to bring my morning snack or part of my afternoon snack to my lunch, I could have this as a lunch, because what I have in here is 6 ounces of shrimp. This is pre-cooked shrimp, which I then cooked again. And the package says 6 ounces is 100 calories. So that's what I have here. And it's over a bed of sauteed cabbage with, I put some brogs, some garlic and onion powder, Mrs. Dash garlic and herb, olive oil spray, and I cooked that up in the pan. Then I put the shrimp in the pan while I prepared this according to the package. And then I just mixed my mushrooms, excuse me, the shrimp with the ramen, and put it on top of the cabbage. So yeah, I'm anxious to dig in. It smells delicious, and I'm hoping it tastes as good as it smells. Next up will be dessert. Hello, my friends. I am back. I did not do a separate dessert video because I'm only having these walnut chocolate chip cookies. You've seen them before. Sorry, the writing is backwards. 150 calories per bag. I don't want to put any more salt in my body today because tomorrow is weigh-in and I'm expecting an increase, which is fine. I'm good with that. I'm not quite sure what went on with my eating this week. My eating was fine, but the last 3 nights, including last night, I went from like back to my old habits. I can't even explain it, and I don't really know why. So I guess sometimes these things just happen. We revert back to our old ways, and not necessarily do I have an answer as to why. I'm not particularly feeling sad or angry or even upset. I'm not feeling stressed, thankfully. Everything is good. So no excuses. I mean, I don't know. Does that happen to you sometimes when you just don't know? I like to know. I like to figure it out. But I'm going to chalk this one up to I have no idea. I'm clueless, and tomorrow's a new day. Today was a new day. I did very well today, as I've done all the other days this week, but now it's the nighttime. So I already did some self-talk today that I'll be telling myself, because at this point I'm comfortable with that weigh-in is a few hours away. Whatever weigh-in is going to be. For better or worse. But I'm not going to overeat tonight because tomorrow the scale's going to go up anyway. And so what? Let me just screw everything up altogether and then I'll just start fresh on Saturday. No. That's not me. Not anymore anyway. I did all of that through my 3 years or more Weight Watchers. I did that like every day. In fact, I don't know if it's someone in our group or if I saw it in another Nutrisystem group today, but somebody posted, and I'm pretty sure I responded, that when they were on Weight Watchers, they used to play the game, the points game, where you reserve points and you eat either the foods that are, nothing is free, but 0 points foods, and then you save your points and then you eat junk. See, because again, when I initially started Weight Watchers, I thought I could eat junk. In my mind, I call it junk. Other people call it other things, but for me, like bags of chips and sweets and things is junk. It's always going to be junk because it is junk for me. Maybe not for you. There's healthier junk. Some of the protein bars I have are like candy bars, and it's better than the other junk, but it's still, in the end of the day, if it's not a fresh whole food, guess what? It's processed, and essentially, I'm not going to sit here and say every processed thing that you eat is junk, but in my book, it's, there's a scale, okay? 10 being the worst in my mind and 1 being the least harmful. Let's put it that way. Not the worst, but to me personally, the most harmful to the least harmful to me personally. And chips and all that stuff is in the 10 section. Regular cakes and things is not the things that in my mind are ever going to be healthy for me. Does that mean they're not healthy? No, but for me, the less I have of them, the better off my body likes it. I can tell you that. So if I'm eating the Nutrisystem foods, I don't have these problems where I overeat them. It's not like I'm going to go get another bag of something and I'm going to overeat that. No, I don't do that. And also these to me are better quality, looking at, you know, the macros and all that in terms of the protein. Because most cookies that I see don't really have protein. So in any event, back to where I'm trying to get myself back to where I started. Because again, this conversation did not have a plan behind it other than tomorrow's weigh-in day and what I may or may not expect on that scale and how good I am with it. But in terms of the way I'd like to be eating ideally is not realistic, but it can be a goal. I can have that goal every day. Today is going to be a whole foods day. And for the most part, a whole foods day, as much as I can make it when I do flex meals. So yeah. So tomorrow will bring what it brings. And I don't know what happened this week. The last 3 days, not the whole week, just the last 3 days. I'm not really sure. But as long as I am aware, and again, if you are having a difficult time, my suggestion is to make a plan as best you can. If you think you're going to go off the deep end with the eating at night, as I was saying the other day, if you watch my video, make a plan of the food you're going to select from. Put it in a container or something, either in the, if it's in the refrigerator or on the counter, whatever, and pick and choose out of there. If you go over in calories, at least it will be in compliance with the Nutrisystem way of eating. Will you be technically on plan? No, you won't. But it will still be better than getting into that big bag of chips, the Wise potato chips, as opposed to having a bag of baked potato chips in a portion. Even if you have 2 bags of that, it's better than still getting into that big bag of chips that has nothing in it of value for us other than it's going to go right here and right here. And the worst part of it isn't even that. You can get away with that for a day or 2 maybe. But the worst part of it is what's going to happen in here the next day. To me. Especially if we're just starting out in our journey in trying to lose weight. Or maybe we're starting out for the 15th time and we're just deciding we're going to try Nutrisystem. Or maybe we're going to try something else that isn't Nutrisystem. But regardless, whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish, however we are trying to, whatever plan we have, if we're counting sins, if we're counting points, if we're counting bites, if we're counting power fuels and smart carbs, whatever we're doing, calories, whatever we're doing, we still can have some sense of control if we make a plan of some sort. Now, last night I didn't have a plan because I wasn't planning on eating last night. But if this was me in the past, not on the Nutrisystem plan, then it wouldn't have even mattered. I tried that. I tried making an extra special dessert and putting it in the refrigerator. Because at that point in time, back then, I was getting up and eating during the night. Again, keeping in mind that I was not on Contrave during all of this. And Contrave has given me my life back. So I do sleep now. I was a sleepless person, a walking zombie for years. And that does not help you lose weight and be healthy. I can tell you that. It's very detrimental. If you're not sleeping well and there's no remedy for you to sleep better, it's that much harder. At least it was for me. I don't want to put any negativity out there, but when you can't sleep right, even if I have one night of bad sleep now, I'm like, oh my God, freaking out, because it's been several months now that I finally am able to sleep. And it has helped me tremendously in all ways, emotionally especially. And again, the emotional piece for me connects back to food. And that's why I was night eating, because I wasn't sleeping. So I'm getting up and I'm not even thinking. I'm in my sleep, so to speak. And I'm just shoving in whatever. Like most of the time, it's bread with crappy margarine on it. I've said it before, and Terry would say, but why on earth, if you're going to do night eating, eat something good, eat something delicious. Don't eat that. But it's not about even what I was eating. It is it has really nothing to do with what I was eating. It was fulfilling some need for me to just shove it in. That's what it was all about. This need to just go to the refrigerator or to the cabinet and just start shoving it in half in my sleep. Yeah. I kid you not. I kid you not. So I think that finding the naltrexone has been more than gift, an unexpected one at that for me. And that has helped me to get to where I am now. Definitely helped me with that. So I do feel very blessed. And for those of you who are having difficulties, I would say, if you have not talked with your physician, that maybe it would be good to have a talk with your physician about what's going on with you. You go to the doctor's office, everything is very rushed, but maybe you should make a separate appointment. I know a copay could cost money that we don't have to spend, but this is your life you're talking about, to just maybe, or go to, I don't know, everybody's plans are different. I happen to have a PA who's a tremendously wonderful woman. I've been with her for years, and she's helped me much more than many doctors have helped me. She's someone that she's very the practice is very old fashioned. It is not a, next, get in line next, not at all. I'm very blessed because I can sit and talk with her when I go there about all the things I need to talk about, which is a thing of the past now. You don't have that anymore. I do have several doctors that I work with that contribute to my having better health. They monitor me. I am very blessed. And if you don't have that, maybe that's something for you to think about. Finding someone that you're comfortable with. I know it's not easy. You can die waiting for a doctor's appointment. I know all that. I get it. But it's just something to think about. We only get one life. We only get this one time. We don't get this 10 times. Not that I know of. Maybe we do and I don't know. But last I heard, we're here, and when our number's called, we go. And whether you're a younger person, if you're a young person, and there are some people that are much younger than me, probably younger than my daughter and my sons, be that as it may be, guess what? You need to be thinking about all these things when you're young. Don't wait to get older to worry about it. It's the same difference as people who take care of their skin. I never did anything for my skin when I was young. Not that I regret it, because I'm not vain, but I do take care of my skin now. But back then I didn't worry about it. I was too busy raising my kids. However, I also was not taking care of myself. In my 30s, I really trashed it. And that was probably due to my having a career, being in school, having 2 kids, a cat, a dog, a husband, lots of responsibility. And so I was number last. I didn't have to be number last. You don't have to be number last. Because guess what? Without you, the ship will sink. And things can happen to people. Okay? Younger, older, in between, whatever you. Things can happen to you. And you really need, in this case, I'm giving you motherly advice. If you're watching this channel, I appreciate you very, very much. I'm not here to mother you, but I am here to tell you as a mother and a grandmother that if I could go back, I would have done better for myself, because I would have been better for my family. Because ultimately, when you don't, back then I had sleep apnea. I was on a CPAP machine. I had high blood pressure. It was terrible. I I was probably in a size 18. Do you know what I look like in a size 18? The Goodyear blimp. I am like this tall, okay? And my bones are really small. And I don't have muscular legs. You can just envision it. A meatball on 2 sticks. Please, okay? And, you know, I tried to do better, and there were spurts of time when I did do better in between those years, but I could have done better than that even. At the time, I really wasn't focused in the way that I am now. And also in the time, like now it's much different because you have the internet. You know, if I wanted to learn about a supplement, I had to go actually into the health food store, and it would have had to been something I heard about, like on the Sally Jesse Raphael show. And if you don't know who she was, please look her up. Those of you who do know have the last laugh, right? But that's how you used to find out about things. In a magazine. I didn't really read magazines. So for me, I was just a person who I spent a lot of time in a library because I was in school, so I was able to access information. But then it was still hard. And then if you had to order something, everything was done by mail. If you wanted a book, you had to send a check with the form that you might have found in a magazine to buy a book. Or if you heard about a diet on TV, like when Heller and Heller came out, and Dr. Atkins came out, you had to then go through, they put the address across the screen. You had to actually go and physically order the book, call the number to order the book. So everything was quite different back then. So if anything, if you wanted to do better now, it is much easier for you. You may not feel that way, but in terms of getting your information and all of that, YouTube. I find out so many things on YouTube when I want to find out about something. It's amazing. My husband spends a lot of time on YouTube. He has learned how to maintain his motorcycle. He has learned about electrical. He's learned about automotive because, you know, especially nowadays, you have to do, it's very costly. So whatever you can do yourself, right? You go and learn how to do it. So anyway, yeah, that was all I really wanted to bring across tonight. I just wanted to touch base, and I will put out a video tomorrow about my weigh-in, and then hopefully I'll make a what I eat in a day. And in the meantime, I wish you all well. I thank you all very much for watching my channel. It means the world to me. It really means the world to me. And if I hear that I even might have got someone to think about something, not necessarily help them, but if I even got you thinking, then I am so grateful that I was able to do that. So on that note, I will say goodbye now, do my wave, and I will see you in the next video.